Hello and welcome to the Today's Money Masters. I'm your host, Jean-Paul Manu. The Today's Money Masters competition comprises 3 professional investors and a novice, each provided with $500,000 to invest. The participants will invest in stocks, bonds, and collective investment schemes. They'll share their strategies over this 1-year period. And at the end of the period, the top portfolio manager will be declared. So let's join the masters for this exciting journey. On today's program, we are joined by Andre Yapp, one of our professionals. He's from the Credit Union Fund Management Company Limited. Hello, Andre.
Hi, how are you doing, Joe?
I'm well. How are you?
Pretty well, not bad at all.
Good. Let's get right into it. So, Andre, you put 20% of your portfolio into Sygnus Credit Investments. Why?
The obvious answer is because I like the company. I think it's going to perform well going into the future. But to break down that a little bit, so the company is a specialized investor. It basically provides financing for companies, medium-sized companies, generally tailor-made financing. So it's not necessarily your vanilla financing that you'd see the banks perform. That enables the companies to deliver larger return on its investments. When I examine the balance sheet of the company right now has about $6 million in undeployed cash, or what they call dry powder, to invest in additional companies. So looking at the financial performance of the company thus far, which has been very good for the first 9 months of this financial year, we anticipate that the fourth quarter will be strong. Additionally, because of that $6 million, I anticipate that the company can either make more smaller investments or one large investment. When that capital is deployed, I anticipate the company will need to return to the market to generate additional capital. That additional capital can then be utilized to generate more returns for the company, thereby enabling growth of the company. So I anticipate a strong growth perspective going forward. Additionally, when we look at Sygnus relative to the market, we look at something called multiples, right? So multiples, in terms of earnings, it speaks to the company's net profit relative to the dollar which you have to invest. Its multiple is very low, which is what we like. It's very attractive, especially when you're looking at a company that has large potential to grow. It means that you're basically paying less for more. So relative to the market, Sygnus multiple is about half of what the market is at this moment in time, and about half of what the industry, the financial industry, is at this moment in time. So it makes for a very attractive investment going forward for me.
Okay. For you, why you think some of the other investors haven't, you think they haven't noticed that, what you have?
I'm not aware. I'm not sure. I haven't necessarily spoken to them about their investment strategy and what they have invested in. It's kind of a glaring type of thing right there. But one potential drawback for them is timing. Like I said, I anticipate that the company will come to market for capital, but there's no way to actually nail down or pinpoint a period in time. Now, given the competition lasts for a year, who's to say that they'll come within that year? But that's a risk which I'm willing to undertake.
It's a bit of a gamble.
It's a bit.
You're currently in second place, Andre, in the competition. Without giving too much of your strategy away, how do you plan to proceed?
At this moment in time, your position, at least for me, the position means nothing. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We're essentially at the starting blocks, and we've all gotten off the blocks. We've seen race where Bolt has stumbled right at the beginning and come back to finish strong, winning by length. So being in second or first right now, it's somewhat irrelevant. But as far as my strategy, I'm just going to continue to try and assess the market, assess the companies out there to see what opportunities there are, which I can actually take advantage of, or as well, we're all humans, so assess myself and assess my investments to see if there are mistakes there which have been made, which I need to correct or neutralize, and see how best I can go forward from there.
Very good. Okay, we are going to take a quick break, Andre. We'll be back with another question right after this. Keep it here. Today with Andre Yapp from the Credit Union Fund Management Company Limited. Andre, welcome back.
Thank you.
I see from your most recent statement here, Andre, that you still have 30% of your portfolio in cash. Why is that? What's the strategy behind that?
Well, the competition mandates that approximately 20% of the portfolio is invested in fixed income instruments. So 20% of that 30% is already earmarked for that particular asset class.
And you'll get to that.
I'll get to that in short order. It's just a matter of finding the best one out there, you know.
Okay.
So the other 10%, that's just trying to find something a little bit more suitable for my portfolio. Probably something that I could trade to kind of churn the portfolio, because most of the investments that I've made thus far, I anticipate will be long term. I'll hold on to them for a period of time. but the other 10% I'll try to trade it out to try and generate income in the period.
Okay. All right. So for the time being, you're sitting on the 30% cash, and then how soon you think you'll get into?
Probably by the end of the week.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So coming up.
pretty shortly.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for this week. Thanks very much, Andre Yapp from the Credit Union Fund Management Company Limited. Join us next week, same time, for another exciting episode of the Masters Competition as we meet another of the participants. Follow the pros and one novice each week on the Masters Competition. Listen and analyze the strategies with the Masters on RJR 94 FM Thursdays at 8:45 a.m. as they challenge each other to stay ahead. Also, look out for the portfolios in the Sunday Gleaner. The Masters Competition is a product of Today's Money Limited, brought to you in partnership with NCB Capital Markets Limited, Proven Wealth Limited, Credit Union Fund Management Company Limited, Money Masters Limited, and the Jamaica Stock Exchange. I'm Jean-Paul Manu. The Masters is another fine product from Today's Money Limited.